Today on the Terrible Warriors, return to Halcyon City and to our teenage heroes. They're hot on the case of the Void, who seems to be making buildings vanish in thin air. Don't worry, they're on the case. We don't need no adult heroes to tell us what to do. Which is exactly why we return to our heroes as the Transformed, the Void, and our Outsider are falling off of a building. How will this bring things to a conclusion? Well, nothing says case solved like smashing into the ground at terminal velocity. Let's return to the table with Orie, Erika, Jenn, and Justin into our third episode of Masks. And they're not just teenage heroes having to prove themselves to all the adults around them. They're also your terrible warriors. Welcome back to the Terrible Warriors! I'm Justin Ecock. I'm running this game, making it up as I go along. I don't know what I'm doing. What are games anyways? What is life? What are birds? Perhaps we'll never know. Sitting here at the table playing our game of teenage superheroes, we have a group that is trying to figure out the mystery of what the Void is doing, an experiment leading to an ultimate dastardly plan that absolutely won't fall into fruition now because they are hurtling towards Fifth Avenue at a very fast rate. Here in Halcyon City, we have our Transformed, the Dino Man Brontosaur.
Orie, Falconer, how's it going?
And
What are birds? What
are birds? And on top of the building, left behind in our last episode, the delinquent Jane Doe, played by
Jenn Walker.
Hi, Jenn. And unfortunately caught up in the near hit that is the Brontosaur unleashing his powers against the Void. We have falling, always falling. The Outsider, White Light.
Erika Szabo.
And we'll just pick up right where we left off.
just three people screaming.
The Void is trading blows with you as this is going on.
Oh, are we doing that cool thing
Yeah,
where we fight on the way down?
And he's trying to twist that portal gun to shoot a portal underneath where you're falling. So you're going to fall through one of his exit portals.
Okay.
That's what he's trying to do.
So I want to do like a... first of all, I am so sorry that you're caught up in this. So I don't really know how to resolve that without you taking some kind of damage unless you like figure out how to fly away. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do my... I guess this would be a good time for my moment of truth.
Yeah, read out what your moment of truth is.
It's easy to forget you're not your body and you're not the voice in your head. You're both. Be the monster and save them anyway. Smash down walls and speak softly. Because when you embrace it, you can do anything. Of course, putting on a display like this is sure to rile up those who only see the monster when they look at you. So, it's got to be some kind of like moment of clarity where both my beast side and my gentle human side come together.
So how do you want to work this out? Because you
with a pile driver.
Because I guess you want this to look like
I want human
Void,
grace.
You save White Light. You land superhero into the ground.
So, can we turn this into like a fastball special situation?
Sure.
Where so what I'm thinking is, so he's trying to shoot the portal at the ground, but I'm gonna grab his arm, grab your arm. And if you use your flight to spin us around, so I just chuck him at the ground without his gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be really awesome.
Let's do that.
I approve.
Is that it work? Is that a thing?
That's just murder.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the other rule, guys. Yeah. Sorry. No. I understand because you're doing your moment of truth, but obviously the third rule in Halcyon City and Masks, which I didn't explain in the first episode, Halcyon City has a generation of heroes. You all want to be on your team, and you all have a sanctity of life, and you never kill. You're part of that group of heroes that don't kill.
Could I help him? If he throws the Void, could I use my teleport to land the Void?
No, I don't think so, because they're 20 stories
they
below
don't
you at
die?
this point.
Okay.
This is completely up to the monster.
Oh, okay.
If you want to kill him, no, but if you want to kill him,
I didn't want to kill him. I just wanted to break every bone in
pile
his
drive
body.
him into the ground from terminal velocity from the height of like a 50-story building.
Sure.
That will kill him.
He shouldn't have thought of that before he
It will-
fell
it will-
off the
It
building.
will just be like the other heroes might have like a few words with you about what.
Well,
that
I mean, it's sure to
means.
rile up those who see the monster.
Right? Yeah, it's
Oh
gonna
my
put Dr.
God.
Baumgartner's entire program into question. He's gonna get shut down.
Oh my god. Isn't it possible for it to maybe like shoot the guns so he like
No. This
No,
is
we
Orie's
can't.
moment of truth. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
That's okay.
Do it.
Or
Let's do it. I'm just.
You got
Wait,
this.
wait.
None of these
Hold on,
questions are
hold on,
actually gonna
hold on,
fall
hold
through
on,
you.
hold on.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Can I use
I think this is great.
Can I use his portal gun to do like an actual portal situation where I like shoot an entrance and an
You don't
exit?
know how the gun works.
Oh, okay.
You don't even know where it goes.
Okay. Very well. Then really want to pile drive him low. That'd be so fun. I mean,
Go for it.
He'll die.
What's gonna happen to White Light?
She'll get out of the way.
Okay.
I'll push her to the side.
Yeah, you're doing that fastball maneuver as you.
Well, I actually
Yeah,
would like to do the
'cause
fastball
I'm-
thing.
Yeah, so I fly up to
Yeah.
swirl you.
I mean, I guess it could
around.
just like give him to you and then land, and then that solves
That's not your
everyone's
moment of
problems.
truth, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You can save the moment of truth for later, if you'd like to. Do it, Ori. It's the third episode.
Yeah.
If
All
you
right, I'm
remove
just
the
gonna-
void from the equation, I just have to come up with an even bigger villain.
What a loser the void would turn out to be.
Do it.
I better have sanctity of life. or
No,
whatever.
man. You don't have to. You're the monster. Embrace the monster.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just gonna pile drive him into the ground like Mike Hagar from space. So yeah, I'll give you the gun.
Mm-hmm.
I'll grab the gun, give it to you, so you can like analyze it and do your techno thing with it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll just hold on to him and just slam into the ground. Why don't I just like take the brunt of that,
Okay.
and then just like
At the last minute, your human empathy takes over.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I want to get the spinning pile drive so he gets like nervous, and,
And then
like
the last
and
minute,
then
you're gonna
recover.
flip onto your back and
Yeah.
you're gonna land.
Brontosaurs always land on their feet.
I was gonna say always land on their back. It's like they always land on their back.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's gonna be like super scared.
I don't
but
think
it's
you have
gonna
to
look
roll
cool.
for your moment of truth, do you?
Don't I?
No, it's just
Oh. I
think
it's
so.
because
Sweet.
because
Everything I just described
you just
happened.
check it off. You don't get another moment of truth.
Oh,
you
that's
can,
it for
you
the
can't-
rest
you
of the-
can't- You can get a second moment of truth only after you do the tracks of potential again.
Oh, okay.
Or you could have taken another advance, which had been like other moves from a different playbook,
Nope.
or permanently lock in one of your labels, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So everything I just
Once
said.
you get 5 advances, you then get to pick like a special advance
Oh, neat.
at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah. So I just did all that cool stuff.
Okay, so that
He's still alive. He's like super ultra
so
scared.
back up
Thinks
on the
I'm
roof.
a badass.
It's actually Shadowhawk arrives on the scene, and he comes in on one of his hawk jets and comes down onto the roof, and he's taking things in. He sees the broken machinery on the ground, then he sees the building across. But both you and Shadowhawk, Jane, up on the roof, you notice that something is odd around the edges of the tower. That's almost like the air around it is still shimmering, and it's got like a color to it. Smoggy. It's like smoggy air, which is unusual because Halcyon City is clean energy and clean air, and it hasn't been a smog day in Halcyon City in 20 years. But there's like this other air circling around the building. And down on the ground, you hit the ground, and White Light, you're there, and agents are moving in, and buildings are coming in, but they're not paying attention to you in the void. They're paying attention to the building around. They're setting up a perimeter and throwing up like high rolling curtains. And
Definitely here.
yeah, yeah. There's something happened with this building, and as things are going on, They're surprisingly uninterested in you and the void lying in like a small little crater in the road. And
I just softly break his neck.
what? and he just
Land him safely, only to snap his neck on the ground.
he's
Wow.
fallen unconscious.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's fallen unconscious. So I guess if you wanted to, you're a giant dino man in the street,
It's
but
like he died. I'm sorry.
if you want to sneak off with him,
Yeah, I should sneak off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to cut to another scene? Where do you want to go to? Or is there any questions? Like,
Can I ask Shadowhawk a question?
of course you can.
Yeah, I want to know if he's ever seen anything like that weird aura around the building before. Weird smogginess.
And he's looking concerned. He mentions that there are strict guidelines and rules that keep the barriers between dimensions intact. His sensors at the base were triggered because that barrier was being broken multiple times. Whatever the void's using is punching a hole through space-time. What we're looking at, and the air around the building is dissipating. It's like going away. He's looking at this building going, that's not one of ours. That's one of theirs.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
So it did actually teleport.
At least partially.
Yeah.
It swapped out part of the building. With part of the building.
Interesting.
But the process wasn't complete. And when you look a little closer, Jane, now that he's pointing things out, he's even pointing out, like, architectural differences where the stone is a different color here and there, and this is using, see, that's material that the Galeans brought into the city that was used to restructure the buildings. But it's not in that part of the building. So whatever world this came from, he's going through, like, he can see the differences in what's our building and what's their building. And he's just kind of like, those poor souls inside.
Oh, damn. All right.
At that point, he kind of realizes he's talking to a child. And he goes, yeah, you shouldn't be here.
Okay. Are there any pieces
I'm sure
of the
everything's
machine
fine.
left
Everything's
over?
fine in there. What?
Are there any pieces of the machine left over, or was it totally obliterated?
He looks down at the ground. He's kind of kicking it around. It's like, whoever did a number on this did a number on this.
All right, so it's probably not worth
It's
picking up the
been
pieces of the
obliterated.
machine.
Those,
Yeah.
that Helios blast.
Yeah. I have the gun though still.
Yep.
so.
And the void has maybe crunched into little pieces in his trench coat, the telescoped window.
Oh yeah. Did that survive the fall? I should check.
You should
I'm
get
gonna-
out
yeah.
of there first.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab him and
Just
kind of just
go through the sewers.
yeah. Maybe we should just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
gonna
we should probably get out of here.
Yeah.
Teleport out of there, meet up with you guys.
Yeah.
So what? While Shadowhawk is just kind of talking to himself, he just kind of like blink.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
weirdos.
Yeah. I don't want
right.
them to know that we have the void in
Okay,
custody.
so
Also.
where's our next scene
Yeah.
then taking place?
Do we just do it in the sewers or do we go back to the basement?
I don't know if that's the most intimidating place to interrogate a
I
villain.
know, right?
Well, you can create
You'll
illusions.
see all our Bob Marley
That's
posters.
true.
You can make the basement look like anything. You can turn it into your own personal holodeck.
That's true. All right. Well, let's head back to the basement then. to headquarters.
So the void wakes up in the basement, but what does the basement look like now with your illusions in place?
You know, like big empty cement room with like mysterious stains on the floor, real creepy and dungeon looking.
Oh my.
Yeah, somewhere you don't want to hang out.
Yeah. Definitely
opens
not
up his
somewhere
eyes,
you want
he
to
looks
wake up
around.
in.
He goes, "You're so original."
All right. What a dick.
Who do you work for?
I think that's
Work for?
what we should be asking you.
This is our interrogation. You don't get to ask the questions.
You're just children, aren't you?
Getting real tired of everybody calling us children
Just-
today.
You don't even know what you've gotten involved in.
I don't know. I think I've successfully captured some a-hole that's walking around phasing his own buildings into ours.
He looks back and he goes, I was trying to hold back the transformation.
What transformation? What are you talking about?
And at this point, he begins to share he's been sent from his Halcyon City, which is a slightly different Halcyon City from yours, because their world is a villain. Let's go by the name of none of these are like villain names. I can't call them.
Happy Cat. It's another dimension. Maybe their ideas of what a villain sounds like is completely opposite to ours.
Anyway, there was
That's
a
why
villain,
their heroes are the void.
There was a villain that destroyed a portal. Our world is colliding with other worlds, and this city was next, and it was going to be destroyed, as would our city. And I was sent to hopefully find technology over here that could save our world
Ask him about
before
your
it
friend.
collided.
Oh yeah. What were you? How did you rope in the other misfit freaks from the compound to do your bidding?
I just hired them online.
What?
Oh my god.
We have an online
Are you
portal?
freaking.
You're calling us kids and you used Craigslist to get your henchmen?
I didn't know how else to recruit people. I'm new here.
Wow.
You're just one bag of
But you
disappointment.
destroyed it. You destroyed the window, and now
I didn't destroy the
that
window.
building.
I destroyed something.
What happened to that
No.
building?
So wait, your idea of saving your dimension was to just phase ours out faster?
It's just to make enough room for both.
Well, where does our world go?
Yeah.
He's just like, it's not a perfect solution. I had to save my city.
You're doing just a bang up job.
So you would just let your city be destroyed to save another's.
I wouldn't go around destroying other cities in order to make room for mine.
And,
There'd be some other grand heroic solution.
he gives up. It can't be stopped now. Without the device, the portals from the other side will continue to grow until both cities envelop each other.
Damn. Well,
The barrier is broken now. Any hope of patching that hole up, what you saw with the tower and with the post office, that will just continue until the whole city is ripped apart.
So basically what you were planning to do in the first place.
And he looks
Only with no benefit to you.
I was
Yeah.
patching those holes. I was phasing out one building to make room for the other until I could figure out what to do next. Maybe I could send it back. Maybe I could hold it out. Maybe I could have them swap positions.
And you were just going to do this without, asking any of the other heroes of this world to see if they could help you with a better solution?
Maybe we could have talked
They
about
rejected me.
this.
They chased me out. They scarred me. heroes of your world. They're not heroes at all. I can't trust them. I had to recruit kids online because no one would believe me.
Well, you sound like a 2-bit villain to me.
What are you going to do with me?
I don't know. There's plenty more buildings to jump off of. Unless you can think of some way for us to
What
undo.
is going on? You hear your dad from the stairs of the basement.
I changed the illusion of the creepy room back to the basement.
Oh my God, Dad, we're interrogating. Ah.
Hey, Dad, this is the void.
He's like, I'm calling the authorities right now, and he goes for the phone. He's like, that's it. You are out of control. You are bringing villains into the home. Were you torturing him?
No,
Are you torturing people now?
we're just asking questions.
You didn't get that far.
We just got some really important information from him. No, just don't call anyone yet. Just let us finish this talk, and then I swear I'll fill you in on everything.
He's not buying it. He's going for the phone.
Oh,
He's already dialing.
okay.
Someone should rip out the phone.
Yeah. Okay, I teleport over to the cord and rip it out of the wall.
And he's scared. He doesn't know how to handle a superhero delinquent daughter, and he's leaving.
Okay. Just, I don't know. Wait, maybe if I explain what's going on, you'll understand? We just found out that there's another world being teleported into our world.
He's just like, no. And he's out. He's
He needs
going-
to go for a walk.
Maybe just let him cool off then, I guess. It's
Yeah.
probably more important that we deal with the situation at hand.
Probably, yeah.
All right, so...
Mr. Smith, is it okay if I grab a Sunny D?
Oh my god.
I don't know, are there some kind of authority in this town that you
Yeah.
hand over villains to?
yeah, of course there is.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, Aegis,
The
I guess.
authorities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could
All right.
we could let Aegis know what's happening and see if they have some
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
Let's do that.
That's probably a
because
good
like
idea.
repairing a dimension is a little above our
We might have made a
abilities.
mess of things here by
Yeah.
destroying that machine.
Perhaps.
But it looked really cool.
I do still have that gun on hand, though, so whenever we do want to use it, or however we want to use it, because what I can do is I can alter human devices, and I'm assuming that's also even from parallel worlds. Maybe it can come in handy.
Yeah.
Cool. So you got a
Some
portal gun.
point. I have a gun, yes.
That's cool.
Maybe you could. Maybe you could like somehow MacGuffin the devices that they were using into something that would be like less than like better than replacing our buildings or like our city with theirs and like maybe reversing the damage. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if that's possible.
That's
but-
the thing, is I don't even know the capacity of my own alien technology and what I'm capable of with
Yeah.
this. So I'm
The Void's getting really like impatient. He's like, "Oh my god, just end this already. I'm getting sick of hearing you all talk amongst each other. Either save my city or turn me in, but please just let this end."
All right, we taking him to Aegis. Gonna go see what's going on there.
yeah.
He's like-
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
let's go
starts
take him
trying to make a
Aegis.
deal. He wants to like let him fix this place. Let him finish what he started. And okay, maybe he went about things a little bit on the out and out,
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
but the world's still, it's not going to end. Your city will just be destroyed.
What that's
Like the portals are
that's
going to
the only
open
thing that's-
anyways, but he knows a way. He knows a way.
So you know a way?
The window that that was in his coat. It wasn't actually. It's still in the telescope. It's not damaged much.
Okay.
That's the key. You can use that. You can go to my world. You can stop the portals there
Oh, gee.
with this technology.
What a way better solution
Yeah.
that you had the means to do the
If
entire
I go
time.
back there again, the journey would probably kill me. This was a one-way trip. People aren't meant to just cross dimensional barriers. But you're young. You're strong. Probably heal.
What are you going to be doing here while we're over in your dimension? Why should we trust you?
I don't know. I guess there isn't a way to trust me. You'll just know when the whole city is overlapped and crushed under the weight of another city. That'll be egg on your face.
Well, what do you think, team?
Or you can just turn him into Aegis.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we do that
Have a talk with
first.
Grass
Let's
Dragon and
try-
deal with
yeah.
Shadowhawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
I think
keen
that's a
on
good
trusting
idea.
this guy fully since he
Yeah.
tried to.
Neither.
Yeah,
neither
steel
am I.
building.
He seems like he's scheming, and he could continue to do so.
Yeah, I
so
think
let's
so.
take him to the higher ups, and then if we decide to, we can go to that
Yeah, we can hand over the.
parallel.
You want to
We
talk to
got the
Baumgartner
window.
about what happened with
Yes, I
the
would.
people there. All right, so
I want to shut down this Craigslist that people are using, apparently.
so you go and
Shut
you
this
turn in
whole
the boy
site
to the Aegis authorities, and there's a system in place for superheroes turning in villains. It happens all the time, and there'll be due process. They'll be assessed by psychiatric and medical, and charges are going to be laid. And
Did we keep the window?
they take your information about potentially, like, if this goes to trial, you might have to go stand, show up for witnessing, all that. It's just like paperwork.
Okay.
And
But we did we confiscate the
did
devices?
you confiscate the devices?
I'd like to
Yes.
retroactively
Yeah.
say yes.
Yeah,
we did.
it's the window and the gun. I
So
think that
you-
we
Yeah.
put those aside
So
Yeah.
for ourselves later.
you
I
skipped out on your monitor, who's been looking for you all day.
Oh, I
and
forgot about
and the monitor
monitor.
it meets you at the Aegis headquarters, who's actually filing a missing persons
Oh,
report
no,
on you.
I wasn't missing.
And it is there and is going, that is like that's strike two, as the humans would say. They need you to stay with them and figure things out and talk about ending your exchange program and sending you back home.
No, I'm not ready to yet. I just did such good work here with everybody. We helped get
Good
rid
work.
of an evildoer.
Millions of dollars in property damage, the destruction of at least 2 known public buildings, the apprehension of a criminal mastermind, which is violating the non-interference policies of the Galilean consulate. And you continue to act as a superhero against the wishes of your own family. Yep, sounds like good work to me. And
Well, I apologize, but I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. So I'm going to continue with my team here. If you'd like to continue watching over me, feel free. Please let my
you're
family
becoming very
know
strong-willed. They accuse you of being, you're acting human. And if you're rejecting it, you have to roll against the influence, which will shift your mundane up and your freak down.
I don't know if I'm necessarily human. I'm still very proud to be a Galilean.
Yeah, so if you're rejecting that, then that's
Yes.
fine. You got to roll against it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's that
And do I
they are
add-
viewing you more like you're acting like a human,
Right. And I add my
very-
freak label?
prejudiced.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're just rolling against your conditions.
Okay. So I have a 5.
So that hits you hard. And they go like, well, no, I am Galilean, but that's not how they see you now. So your freak label drops by 1. Your mundane goes up by 1.
Okay.
And how many conditions do you have?
I have 3.
All right, you take another condition for that. You're gonna have to work on clearing those conditions.
How do you clear conditions?
You can clear conditions by I have them
I feel
here.
guilty.
This monitor's an asshole.
When you're not
Is the monitor like an actual person or is it like a droid?
No,
like
it's
a
another
drone
Gillian.
thing.
Clearing conditions. To clear angry, you have to hurt someone or break something important. To clear afraid, you run from something difficult. To clear guilty, you make a sacrifice to absolve your guilt. To clear hopeless, you fling yourself into easy relief. To clear insecurity, take foolhardy action without taking your turn. Or another player can offer comfort or support to clear conditions.
Okay.
Or shift labels if they open up to you, but they have to open up. So that has to play out.
Right.
So you can either try and take care of your conditions yourself, which would be self-destructive, or you could open up to someone and have a moment of vulnerability, which with a member of your team, where they can offer you comfort and support.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't go for anyone for support. You just smashed your guitar, Orie, and that's how you got rid of your anger.
Yeah.
My plan is completely falling apart, so I don't know where I'm going with this next. So I want you to just help me out with where you want to go and who you want to see. Oh, that's right. I wrote this one down. So, you, after returning the void to Aegis and turning him in, and we don't know what's going to happen with White Light. You've been sort of taken away for a moment, and you're heading off to Baumgartner. So I return to, you don't know where else to go, so you head back home, Jane Doe, and when you get home, your dad's waiting, and he's shaved, and he's looking a little different, and he seems real pleasant. Like nothing happened. He's asking how your day was, how was school, anything interesting happening. Doesn't seem at all stressed out.
Anything interesting happening? You mean like that weird scene you walked into earlier?
And he makes some
going
kind of
on?
like awkward dad joke about like he might have walked in on like an awkward teenage moment and not like an interrogation. He doesn't.
Yeah, not registering
He's
it.
not registering what you're talking about.
Oh. Are you okay? You don't seem like yourself.
And you go, oh, I'm feeling fine. Stressful day at work.
Right.
Your dad works at home.
Okay. The boss really riding you?
Well, you know how it goes. Just working the salt mines.
Okay. Do you mind if I go out for a bit?
He tells you like some curfew time.
Yeah. All right.
It's very Stepford Wives.
I'll give you a call if I'm gonna be late.
And just as you're on your way out, you hear like a rustling knocking around in the basement.
All right. Is there a basement window I can peer through?
Sure.
All right. I want to look through the basement window.
And as you look through the basement window, you see you rustling through this basement, like tossing it.
Oh.
But it's not you.
Yeah.
You're better dressed. You're a little more, like you're like we've mentioned, like you got that Jessica Jones look going through you. You got like jeans and jacket and grungy t-shirts and stuff. This person is wearing like a cardigan. It's like it's really off. It's not, but it's you. But it's not. It's like a mirror.
That's crazy. Interdimensional me. What do I want to do about that? All right, so I have a thing here. I can clear a condition by taking foolhardy action without talking to my team. So I
Yep.
want to confront interdimensional me.
Okay, you're just gonna teleport right into the basement and be like,
yeah,
"Hey, me."
yeah. What do you think
What's
you're
happening?
doing? Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, that's great. Clear that condition and directly engage a threat.
Nice.
So I need you to roll danger.
Bizarro Jane.
So I've got 6.
Oh no, you miss.
Yeah, I missed it. So I keep my condition then, right?
No, you clear the condition
Okay.
because you still perform foolhardy. But you, when you fail to engage the threat,
Yeah.
you're gonna take another condition. You're gonna
Okay.
mark potential, and then I'm gonna have to take a move. When you teleport into the room, you knock a bunch of things over in the process. Like you don't teleport into a clear spot of the room. You like miss a bit, and so you appear and you like knock a table over as you kind of fill up the space in the room. And your doppelganger turns around, and you're gonna take a blow.
Okay.
Which is I need you to roll 10 plus conditions because they're throwing a telekinetic blast at you.
Okay. So I just added a new condition, right? So I've got 3
Yeah.
conditions
Unfortunately,
now.
you're rolling 10 plus 3.
So I've got 12. It's 3, 15.
So you must choose. You remove yourself from the scene. So this scene will end with you just being knocked out.
Yeah.
You lose control of yourself in a terrible way, or you give your ground, the opposition gets an opportunity, and you hit 2 conditions, which will also knock you out because you'll be at 5 conditions.
Okay, I'm gonna go flee the scene.
Okay, so they turn and they go, and you're like, nope, and you blink out.
Yeah.
Where you and so that's the end of the scene, but you've learned nothing, unfortunately, on what's happening. All you know is that your house has been replaced.
Yeah.
Like body snatchers thing going on here. And good on Justin. I had like a backup MacGuffin ready to go. So, Dr. Baumgartner, you wanted to have that scene, right? Orie?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
Okay. You're teleporting somewhere. I would allow you to teleport to Orie at any point during this scene. You know, 'cause
Okay.
We don't know when this is all happening synced up. So if you want to just be like, oh my God, there's just like in the middle of like an emotional moment, you can absolutely do that.
All right, cool.
So,
like-
so how do you want to confront Baumgartner, or do you want to just like have a meeting with him?
I want to kind of storm into his office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just like slamming the door open. It's like, "Sub Doc."
He's like reading something from a clipboard. I'm chewing on a protein bar.
I see.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, you're chewing as you.
Character.
Okay, sorry. I thought the doctor was chewing on.
No, he's sitting at his desk and he's reading it. He looks up. Jordan.
My name is Brontosaur.
Of course it is. Of course it is. We don't have a meeting until tomorrow.
No, we're
can I
gonna
help
have a little impromptu meeting right now, vis-a-vis what you are doing with the kids here.
Okay. So, are you trying to provoke someone?
Yeah.
all right.
Yes, I am. I want information out of this guy.
Or you can pierce the mask with him.
Oh yeah, my pierce the mask skills aren't great.
Well, how's your mundane?
-1.
And how's your superior?
-1.
And how is your... Oh, that's also superior. Yeah, Erika's kind of screwed.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to pierce the mask anyways.
Yeah, okay.
Because there's clearly, I don't know if he's in on it, but like.
Yeah, are you in on this?
Yes.
Basically what you're asking.
Pardon? That's 4 -1, so that's 3.
Yeah, so
It's like,
that,
like-
mark potential.
oh yeah, because I failed.
And you start going off, are you in on this?
Yeah.
And you're going like, you seem agitated,
Oh.
paranoid,
Do I?
delusional.
Maybe a little beast-like?
And
That was-
he's looking at you. like,
Asking you a question?
he goes and he starts to put his influence onto you, going like, you got me. You seem worried, a little unhinged, and like, are you like you don't want to be losing control here, and you should just go back to your room. We'll talk in the morning.
I'm gonna reject this influence.
Yeah. So roll against that with your conditions.
Yes.
Oh, I don't think it's that.
Well, okay. I can't directly engaging a threat and unleashing my powers both have conditions against them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't want to try to pierce the mask again because that won't work. Do. What's my other options? Assess the situation, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's superior as well.
Yeah. I mean, if you had your team with you, you could be using your team points. But because you're completely by yourself, you don't have a whole lot of help going on here.
Oh, I'm gonna defend against this because it's an NPC that's like being
okay.
aggressive
So
towards
that's
me.
your savior.
Yeah, my savior's pretty good,
Okay.
so I'm gonna do that. It's 4, 6.
Nope.
Darn.
So you'll mark another condition and
Jeez.
take potential.
I'm gonna get angry about this.
I'm gonna teleport in now.
It's like, boo, wow.
And you're just
Oh,
like,
hey.
you know what?
My house has been replaced with super lame versions of me and my dad.
What?
So this is already going way further than we thought.
And
That
at
makes
this point,
me
Baumgartner
turn
throws-
towards the doctor.
This has gone on far enough, and he hits a button on his desk.
What did you just do?
Like, and he's just like, something I should have done a while ago. Restrained you. You're hearing like heavy footsteps coming
Yeah.
down the hallway, like marching.
Oh, that is the worst mistake you could have made today, Doctor. I don't know exactly how you're in on this, but there's one thing that we learned from Jurassic Park, and that's that caging in dinosaurs doesn't work! I'm just gonna unleash my powers.
Oh my.
I don't know what's happening. Okay, that's fine. You're just...
I'm going.
God.
I would also appreciate some help in this situation.
Yes.
Actually, smart thing
Who
would
are
be
we fighting? The doctor?
smart idea would we might actually need to
I
teleport
don't
away from
know.
here before she
Yeah,
gets too
might be
real.
a good
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just bamf. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so you can just leave.
Yeah.
You don't have
Yeah.
to roll to leave.
Okay.
So you escape. Where are you escaping to?
Okay.
The
Let's
Galilean
escape
consulate,
to
maybe?
the consulate and meet
Yes.
up with White Light.
Yeah.
Sure, yep.
So White Light, you're walking down the hallway with your monitor, and all of a sudden, bam! My people have been replaced in my house. It's like the girls are out to get me.
The doctor's just kind
Oh
of
my
going
God.
crazy.
He's all in on it.
What did you do? What
Nothing
happened?
yet.
No.
I was
and
gonna.
the monitor's like, "How did you teleport through our defenses?"
It's none of your business, quite frankly.
He's like, "I
That's
had
a
enough of this."
human
And she
affair.
activates a button on her pad.
Air horn, air horn.
And you're now hearing, well, you don't hear footsteps because they're all flying. But, like, she alerts the security to restrain the three of you.
Oh, you humans are such interesting creatures.
Yeah, I don't know.
So are you going to escape again with all
Let's
three?
teleport out of there.
Can you even teleport with two other
Oh
people?
my God.
I said I could teleport with one other.
Unleash your powers.
All right.
Oh my God.
Roll your freak.
Here we go. Do I have anything against that? No. 7 and oh no, I do. I have a -2 to that. And a minus. Oh no, not good. That's a no.
And here, each of you.
It's a big no
and
on
plus
that.
2 on that.
Oh,
What does
yeah,
it come
yeah.
down to?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
use our
Plus
team.
2 from team.
Team pool.
Okay.
So hold on, I've got 7. It's 5 minus 1 is 4.
Plus
5,
those other
6.
2.
So
Still a miss.
still a miss.
Even if
yeah.
I do too? Even if can I pull
reshape
in
or
too?
extend your senses. On a hit, you do 7 or 9 marking condition. So you grab them
Yeah.
and you go to disappear, and you're like, nothing happens because the said defenses that the Galilean consul was probably talking about, like there's maybe like your powers are a little different, but for whatever reason you could get in but not get out.
Okay.
So now you're inside this like shining beacon tower in the center of like it's like a
Ruh-roh.
it's like a skyscraper that came and just landed in like a plaza, and it's like all like a big upside down teardrop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Wasn't really expecting to not be able to do that.
Oh, you have totally different
Sorry, guys.
plans.
So
That's okay.
It's okay. You tried. I didn't know if you were going to be able to do it.
The monitor is now
Try.
going through like all these things like subsection that your tourist visa has been revoked and all this stuff is going through. And she's like reading off these things as you see the shadows on the reflective surfaces of like around the corner the security moving forward with their like stun guns to subdue everybody.
Is there any other way out of here?
I would like to order them to stop because these are my friends. And
Now,
they're not...
your moment of
Can I do
truth. Did
that?
you use your moment of truth? when you were
Yeah,
going down this
I did.
journey? Has anyone hit 5
I
potential?
have. I just did.
What does your moment of truth say?
This is when you show them who you really are, whether you're a hero underneath the rebel or the rebel facade, or the one who can make the hard choices heroes can't make. You do whatever it takes to show the truth, whether it's saving the day from a terrible villain or stopping a bad guy once and for all. Once you've shown what you really are, there's no going back to playing the clown.
Oh. Oh, do you want to have your moment of truth now? Your friends are trapped. You
Yeah.
can't teleport out, but if you do your moment of truth, you can just describe, no rolls, how you escape the consulate. But it's up to you. And this is your moment where you're no longer like the shitposting
Okay, yeah.
grunge meme.
And really embrace the hero role.
Yeah, just be like, you know what? I'm going to fucking save both of you then.
Yes, I want to do that. So I use my illusion abilities to,
Make it look like you did teleport away.
yeah, to make it look like we disappeared, and also to send, I don't know, like a herd of angry moose heading towards the security team, just to kind of get them
Yeah.
out of the way.
Yeah, you hear one of the security goes, horned cows! It's the horned cows!
And then we casually walk out the front door while everyone's...
Under like a cloak of invisibility.
They're gonna be
Yeah.
so angry at me. they're gonna be so angry at me. But thank you.
As you're going out, remember
Just
how
tell them
Grass
that's a thing
Dragon...
that happens on Earth
just
sometimes.
Remember how
You know,
Grass
sometimes
Dragon was
moose just
staying
show
at the
up.
consulate with his people as like a intermediary?
Yeah.
As you're going out, you see like an office of human civilians where they kind of have like a little center, and he sees the three of you, like he sees it, and he walks up. We're gonna end the episode here, and he moves his hand and creates a very small like little portal that leads back to his sanctum. Because he's basically Doctor Strange. I'm just saying at this point, he's just a Doctor Strange clone, and he creates it as like, and he whispers like, "Head through your ear. You'll be safe. I'll explain everything." And that's where the episode's going to end. With you heading off into the Grass Dragon's sanctum, and maybe your new base, maybe a mentor, maybe the delinquent is going to change to protege. Maybe who knows what's going to happen in the final episode of Masks. But we'll find out next week when we return here on the Terrible Warriors. There's a whole lot of anti-establishment stuff falling down as the realms of security. What is going on with Jane Doe's dad? What has happened to Dr. Baumgartner? Will the Galians ever be able to forgive you for this treason? Because that's really just
that's
how it's going to be.
treason.
It's just treason now. You're just you're on the run. You're a fugitive. You're
Yeah.
all fugitives.
Setting the horned cows into the ship
escalated
is
real
a
quick.
felony.
It was
All
an
three of you became
insult
fugitives.
on my kind's worlds. Oh, lovely.
We will answer these questions because I do know what's happening to, not so much with the Galian thing, that happened oddly, but with your dad, I know what's going on there, and Baumgartner, it all makes sense. I promise you, I won't tell you anything. We'll find out next week here on the Terrible Warriors. Joined around my table, I've been your game master, Justin Ecock, with,
Orie Falconer.
Jenn Walker.
Erika Szabo.
and until we meet again next time, don't trust anyone, because they're all just going to let you down in the end? Is that just is that the lesson we're getting from this?
I guess so.
Don't blow up alien tech you're not familiar with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The road of intention
true.
leads to a lot of damaged property.
Whoops.
The only people you can trust are your friends, if and only if they have teleporting abilities or flight.
Or part dinosaur.
Yes. In all other situations, not worth it.
Bye. Take it away, Justin. Oh, thanks, Justin. The Terrible Warriors is new episodes every Tuesdays and every Thursdays. And return to us on Tuesday for the epic conclusion to Masks chosen by you, our Patreon supporters. And it's not a complete conclusion because I wanted to try something a little different with Masks, which is why this coming weekend I'm recording part 2. It's the same game, but a completely different group of characters, a completely different group of players, and how different will their game of Masks play in comparison to this game of Masks? All new playbooks, all new characters. We don't really do this on Terrible Warriors. We do sequels, but we don't do completely different reboots of the exact same game. So the experiment continues. But speaking of sequels, return to us on Thursday to our Edmonton crew with Derek, Wes, and Will. They've returned to the adventures of Change in Stone, those ne'er-do-well bounty hunters from the 1800s, who are now 220 years in the future in a wasteland. It's the same Western topography, but all the rules are different. But of course, this is a Change in Stone adventure, which means the world they left behind, well, you never run away from your past for long. On Tuesday, before we finish up with Masks, we have a new campaign to show you, also chosen by our Patreon supporters in a poll I ran. It's Norlandia, a crime drama, a murder mystery. We created a city from scratch, 4 districts into the city. We created our characters from scratch, 4 investigators and 1 victim. The entire game was improvised. There was no GM. There was no prep work. That's my favorite kind of game. And by the end of our 4-hour adventure, not only did we end up with an intricate storyline of many threads connecting to the crime, by God, did we not come within a hair's breadth of destroying the city. So Norlandia starting on Tuesday. Masks returning in 2 weeks' time for its finale, ? And the adventures of Change in Stone every Thursday this month in the Wasted West. If you would like to know of the future campaigns we are recording, TerribleWarriors.com has a schedule page, as well as the archive of every adventure we have ever run, available for free, forever, for you. If you want to be involved in future decision-making processes that go into the show, consider being a supporter on Patreon. This show is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. Thanks to them, they have covered our operating costs. Thanks to them, we are still making more Terrible Warrior shows for the years to come, thanks to you. We're going to find more ways to keep you involved. Every name in our Norlandia campaign came from a Patreon supporter. Most of the people you've met in the Masks game was named after a Patreon supporter, as well as both those games were chosen by Patreon supporters. It's been a very big deal for us. You've chosen to support our show, and from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Follow us on Twitter at Dice Warriors. Let us know what you think. People have been sending us fan art. It's great. We've added that fan art to our webpage onto their respective adventures. And now for the credits. Today's Terrible Warriors were Orie Falconer, Jenn Walker, Erika Szabo, and Justin Ecock. And until we meet again, keep your eyes to the skies, because that ain't no bird, that ain't no plane, that's a giant dinosaur falling! Oh wait, no. It's just a terrible warrior.